I have so many questions on what this could be, but yeah, I want to keep them close to
And-
my chest.
I don't know how to feel about this. Can I investigate for traps?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Can I give him the help
I
action?
cannot move my token again.
You can't?
Nope.
Okay,
So
okay,
am I doing that?
okay, can you
with it?
put your token up with the group, please?
Yep, I'm doing it.
Alright.
It's
I
being
help?
a butt again, so.
Can I help with perception too?
It's I'm investigating for traps.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
wow.
investigating.
Investigation.
Alright,
That's why I was offering the help action.
Yep,
How's
that? You're gonna give me advantage.
Okay, Avelios.
Not any
Thank
better.
God it wasn't a nat 1 though.
Oh, look at that -1. I can respect that.
I think
Okay,
my 18
so-
might help.
Okay, so Avelios, you cannot detect any traps of any melee facility, and Gwen, you don't detect any traps in the immediate facility.
Well, he's just gonna run up then.
Goes into the next room. There's a trap.
I'm gonna
This is
hate
nice.
you.
These.
Come on.
You look at them
Okay,
and
go first.
realize that they are they're not quite sarcophaguses, but they're more like decoration. They look more like decoration sarcophagi. This one holding is has a decal on it with a gauntlet with an eye.
She's gonna try to open it.
Oh no!
Okay, roll strength.
Dazo, no!
Strength.
So Noel and I roll a counter strength to just keep the lid closed.
Don't
Yeah,
disrespect the dead.
You can't really open it.
And it's like, nope. And she's like, I was just seeing if there was anything good in there.
Yeah,
Could have been another item.
Era's going, yeah, that's that thing, especially when it has that symbol on it.
These are coffins of the followers of Helm.
Fine. They're just gonna like walk off.
Come on, slowpokes. You coming?
And Null's just gonna look back at the back down here and just think about this whole dungeon and think, ugh, flippin' doors.
Oh my! Thank you, Scanlan. I didn't know.
Gwen, hold up, Gwen, go back into that
I'm
room for
sorry.
a moment.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
It's
sorry.
okay. Anyone who's in this room, roll perception, and Gwen, you can use that as an advantage with your eye.
Yes. Time for a little I spy.
And you had to make it weird, didn't ya?
Okay, Never, we have to stop. We
Oh,
literally
come
have to
on.
stop matching.
Oh,
Never
come
got
on.
14 days.
I'm
I got
good
a
at
14.
perception.
Never got a 14 days. I got a 14. Avelios over here with a 24.
Like 4.
24.
Quinn got a technically that would have been on normal.
Can I
So that would-
re-roll?
No, you can't.
Damn it.
So that would have been a 5.
No, that's a 6. Oh wait, Eric.
Why?
Yeah, it would have been on 5 because he rolled at advantage.
No, I allowed him for advantage because of his eye.
Okay. Yeah, so yeah, it would be 6 then. But either way, it still doesn't. It's like,
Yeah.
ow, that's in my eye.
Why? I'm
What do
good
we
at
see?
perception.
What do we see?
Well,
Give
question
me
everybody else.
combined, you guys see two things, two pictures on the wall of each side here. On this side of the wall, you see this picture.
Oh wow.
Okay, so that would be on the right.
Yep. And on the other side, you guys see this picture.
Oh dear.
Oh, what the heck is that?
Wait a second. I want to take a look on the left-hand side real quick. Because something in the back of my head is saying, I know those symbols.
You are free to make a history check. But only left right since she's the one who spelled it out.
History.
Pedazo?
If you're willing to give me a help action, or if you want to take it, be my guest, because right now
I
my
can,
history is failing me.
Can Noel have a look?
I'll bring it up to his attention.
Yes, Noel, you can roll history.
I don't think my history could help because I barely know anything.
It might, you never know. I have a good history, but I got a nat 1.
Well then, can I try history?
I'm gonna say because of your backstory, you roll yours with disadvantage.
That's fair. That is actually fair. Did you say history?
History
Yeah.
with disadvantage.
Of course.
Great.
Yep. Yep, so Noel is the only one that can make the click. That the goth. Yeah, come on. What is going on here?
It's image number 3, the one with the 2 gauntlets, the scroll.
No.
Alish, why did you do yours to disadvantage?
Either way, I'm gonna count that. Okay, so Noel and Alish can put 2 and 2.
I heard I was doing something else and I heard, 'cause I am listening in, I just heard, roll like a history check at disadvantage, so I did.
Yeah, that was only for Quinn because of his background,
Yeah.
but
Uh-huh.
dang, you would know.
Okay.
Yep, so Alish and Noel can take a look at the mural and know that there are the 5 symbols of the 5 gods of the world: Helm, Torm, Ogma, Chati, and Mistra. Their symbols are all there facing off against a dragon. But Alicia's mind clicked as that is the dragon that you all saw in your dreams.
Player-wise, I knew something was gonna click, and thank you for saying the one with the flower, because I was trying to remember which one it was. Because I swear, she has so many holy symbols, it's hard to pin down which one it is.
Yep. I'm gonna say for that roll, you know her holy symbol is a blooming rose over grain.
So what are the 2 side symbols other than the dragon in the center?
The one in the dead center is Ogma, which is the god of knowledge. The one on the right corner is Mistra, who is the goddess of magic. The 2 in the center, the gauntlet on the right is Helm, the god of protection, and the one on the left is Torm, who is the god of justice.
Oh, okay, so what about the three up that are up top? I
Three up
see,
top.
on picture number 3, I'm seeing like a tentacle thing, some kind of dragon
The
outline.
tentacle's the dragon. It's not a god, but the hands are gods or
Oh,
symbols.
he
Right.
means the top of the mural. That would be the black smoke representing, I think, the goddess of poison. She just has a representation, and the dragon, who is her servant.
Okay. And then there's like what appears to be like a bat-like wing on the far right side. So. Okay.
That explains. At least that's the mural on the left. So with the two symbols on the right narrowed down to Helm and Torm, why in the name of Heracles, and this is out of character, why in the name of Heracles is the shield making me think, oh, the shield is gonna be Herodias, when Herodias doesn't have a shield? He has a lightning bolt.
I have no idea.
I don't know either.
I mean, you might be right.
No, I
Um,
might be wrong because I remember that.
You see Aerith look at the picture and it's going, maybe it's more representative how these two are connected. Like, Helm is the shield and Torm is the sword.
Maybe. Again,
So
it's
they tend to
plausible.
be they tend to be allies, each covering an aspect different from the other, but that is definitely cooperative.
Yes.
Can we take a deeper look into the one on the right?
Sure. Make
History or religion?
religion.
Can I try the religion thing again or no?
Because of your backstory again, Gwen, it's going to be a disadvantage.
Of
My
course.
religion is fine.
Wait, religion?
Yeah.
Religion.
Uh, come on. Why?
Well, it kind of makes
Okay.
sense of your character. Alright. So, Nephrite,
Yeah, no. Okay.
you kind of remember that Helm and Tor kind of have a bond that's basically almost like brothers. That they would often go into battles together back in the past. But Helm would be more of a protector, while Torm would be more of the warrior.
You were not that far off. That is scary. While on top of that, their relationship is, best way for me to say it is more familial.
I guess it kind of makes sense since Celius and Bas are like the biggest cities and they worship those two gods.
Question being, how are they projecting their two beliefs so...
Unless they are projecting it secretly. That way
No,
nobody else knows.
not the aspect I was trying to avoid saying. Boss is a protective city. We all know that. We can see that clear as day. That's where I'm going, Alish. If the queen is a defender, why is her brother being an attacker? When both Torm and Helm were basically defenders of justice.
You guys hear a voice from another room. The other room going, "Why don't you come in here and I'll tell you?"
Would we recognize the voice?
Yes you would, and I'm not gonna make you roll for it. That's
a bit brutal.
yeah. Just let me light up the room.
I mean, from what we can see, it is kind of lit up.
Yeah.
No. Not part of it's not lit up.
Oh, the back part back here.
Oh, that part.
Yep.
Oh, it's the queen herself.
Oh,
This is gonna have a lot of questions.
So is the go-to technician, but she's like just Brango Burr.
Dave's just gonna step forward. It's like, Your Highness, I don't mean to be rude or anything.
When you say that, I can hear a butt coming on.
How did you get down
She looks at Trellis and he kind of sheepishly raises his hand.
here? It's like that you can see Dave's
her-
face palm.
It's her city, and it's the knight's challenge. I'm sure she has, ways of getting down here.
Yeah, and
On
then
top
you
of that,
see,
she has a go-to magic user.
yeah, and then you see, Dave's like, after Trellis like waves his hand, it's like then she's like, I should have known.
that. I heard that.
Yeah, that's like what Dazo did. It's like, I should have known.
But anyway, thank you, Your Majesty, for letting us go through this and somewhat finding out some of the history, but not all of it. You said there was more.
Yes. You wanted to know why Salius and Bus, although they worship almost brother guards, are in a turmoil against each other now.
That was the theory I had in mind, yes. If both of you worship protectors, how come one of you is an attacker?
I'm afraid that is my brother's doing. He is the king of Salius. And after his wife died, he was never the same.
I'm gonna pause real quick. Did you really pull the grieving widower move on this? You basically made him the first battle from season 4 of Welcome to the Show.
Yes.
But instead of a son, it's the wife.
Yes. I was still living in Salius at the time when his wife died. But it's the way she died that was questionable. They said that she was murdered by a monster. A monster that I can only have been described as a beast. Because ever since then, he started outlawing all those rules about dragonborns and tieflings and even drow. I
Anything
fought.
that he saw that was a monster.
Yes. I fought for the notion that not all our creatures are to blame for one, but grief, anger, and pride took him. He started ruling with an iron fist, until the King of Bus himself allowed such creatures to take refuge in his city and started to attack Bus. He even initiated a plan that involved me marrying the King of Bus. Then I would assassinate him in his sleep, take over the throne, and Bos would be his. But my heart is with the people. I know the difference between what he is doing between right and wrong, and I would never allow anyone to be hurt like that.
So he's doing it out of pain because he can't be with his wife. Yeah, and then you see like a light bulb go on above her head. It's like,
I don't like the sound of that. What is in your head, Dezo?
there's been a saying, two birds flock together, stay together. Two birds of a feather stays together. Two birds die together.
Out
Like
of
if,
character, I'm trying to figure out what the heck you're trying to say.
okay, I was kind of referencing a little bit of Sophia the First, but
I remember.
Out of character, does that mean we
Yeah.
should kill him?
No.
no, like
No.
okay, out of character. What I was trying to say is like he's doing it out of grief because he can't be with his
wife.
lover. Yeah, with his lover. And so he's doing like with the greed, the whole power hungry thing, that in order to cover up the pain that he feels, in order to join his wife.
Oh, okay. Now I see what you're trying to say. Okay, carry on.
Yeah, like that.
That, and unfortunately, and it is most unfortunate that your kind is paying the price for his grief. It's like if once you get stung by a bee, suddenly you're afraid of all bees.
Yes. And so
what I am unsure about is even if we manage to gather all of the other items, the last item would have to be taken from the city that he rules. And there's only two options that I see, unless a third is presented. We either manage to convince him that what he is doing is wrong and he repents, or we take it from him through violence.
I certainly hope not the second option. I mean, I know what my brother is doing is wrong, but he's still my brother.
yes, but
I do
there's
not like
any
attacking other people. But there are times, I mean, I am the survivor, and one of the main reasons why my town still actually does survive because of a war. The war was necessary, but it required doing violence.
Yes, but war is more than just violence. You have to think of the aftermath. You have to think of
War between
what price
yes,
you have to
I'm,
pay for victory,
and that's the
and who
question.
you have to sacrifice along the way.
Right, and with your brother being on the offensive, he may not see that he may he may feel that every sacrifice is worth the goal. I do not know at what point you will have to decide enough is enough. I am willing to do everything that I can to avoid a war. I just want you to be aware and not ignore that war might be unavoidable because of the offense that your brother is doing.
To speak bluntly, Alish, and Your Highness, please forgive me when I say this. The king is suffering through more than what we can believe, more than what we can assume, thus causing his ledger to basically drip with gallons upon gallons of blood. Well, yes, I can understand war is inevitable and it can be avoidable if cost may be. However, Your Highness, I do agree with Alish. Due to the pain your brother has caused, and due to the pain that he is currently in, war may be knocking at your doorstep faster than you can say a metal dragon is flying through those heavens. And if anybody can understand freaking uh Fool's Gold, yes, I actually referenced the mech dragon. You're welcome.
Never heard of it, so I wouldn't have understood it.
Same.
So, with all due respect to both Alish and Your Highness, both of you are in the right within your own aspects. However, speaking from somebody on the outside looking in who's never been in a war but yet can create weapons for a war, both of you may be looking at this picture differently.
I thank you for your advice. And if push comes to shove, I am prepared to fight for my people. But I want to try to find a better solution that doesn't involve more lives.
And for that, you are commendable. But I would be honest and keep the aspect of putting protection of the people physically over the protection of your people mentally. I'm not saying that their mental health should not be within your reasoning. You have every right to knock down this idea before I even finish the sentence. But Alish is right. Based off of the pain your brother has caused so far from what I have seen, and based off of how fast he can make my blood boil faster than your own right hand. And she's looking at the right hand real quick and giving the I am sorry look. So this is the first time he actually gets a nonverbal apology from her.
He nods in response to that.
But Your Highness, your brother is far gone from the aspect of just a simple talk.
The queen looks to the other two in the back who haven't said anything and said, "Do you have... Would you like to voice your opinion on this matter?"
Which two? Avelios and Null?
Yeah, Evelios and Null.
With all due respect, I've never been involved with much high-level conflicts. Most I've ever dealt with was just stopping random bandit attacks, and even that was on the down low. This is on another whole nother scale. And
I,
I've
for one,
only ever had to deal with it with just one other person, but I'm getting used to working with more people swimmingly, but something I still need to get used to. And that, everyone, I'm sorry for being a little rash in moving forward with this, going through this trial.
I, I for one believe that everyone in their own right deserves a second chance to make amends on what they could have done, what they could have changed, what could have been different. Sure, in some rights that there can be times where you just don't think someone can be redeemable, but I believe that everyone has the right to a fair trial and second chance.
Well, as far as the King of Helios is concerned, we can try to negotiate with him, but if we can't, we may have to the artifact by force if we must.
I understand. It will take some time, but I'll send some people into Salius, see if they can find some cracks in its walls for you to slip through. But please, I do request that you try at least talking to him and explaining the situation before resorting to violence.
Of course, but before we deal with Kellius first, didn't we say we were going to try to acquire the artifacts from elsewhere?
We
Yes.
did.
I believe that was the consensus, yes.
Yes. And speaking of
It
that,
is my hope that if we can present to him a unified collection of the other items, that he might be, and a greater threat from ancient times, he might be persuaded to stand down.
yes. Speaking of which, Eichel nods and oh come on, there we go. Which one should he go for? Yeah. He will go straight to Null and present him a what looks like a badge containing the royal seal of Bas.
Hey, why me? Why should I get this honor?
Because you took the most lead in the trial.
That wasn't lead. That was just. I was just being too much of a rush. I'm not trying to be a leader or anything.
You don't have to be. You're just holding on to this. It's for the group. You all can decide for yourselves if there's a leader among you or not. But this will help you get into meetings with mayors, and the important figures in each town.
Fine, I'll carry it, but it doesn't make me any better than anyone else here.
And I commend you for that. A team is not voiced solely by one person. It's about all of you coming to consensus and deciding what is best. And he steps back and he does this little figure, and Nefer's going, still keeping an eye on you.
I didn't know you cared about me that much. And she just gives a wink.
You don't need a
Yeah.
you don't need a perception check to see he rolled his eyes at that.
Like, she's still gonna be a bit snarky around him, but this time it's not gonna be as brash. She's just gonna be playful about it. What can I say? He warmed up to her a little bit.
Yeah.
I ship it.
No!
No.
I will take that revenge. I will take that revenge ship. I will take that revenge ship.
I was
Oh
struggling
yeah,
not to say it.
speaking of shipping. Yeah, I'll probably say that I'll probably mention it after the session.
Alright, so one last thing before we exit. And you see the queen hold her hands in a prayer and going, thank you for the use of your temple. And thank you for the guidance of the knight's trial. That's kind of when you all realize that you guys are all standing in the temple of hell.
Quinn doesn't know that.
You do now, and
Yeah.
Nessa just kind of blinks.
Yeah, you see, Dato's like, oh, no wonder.
Nephrite
'Cause I
just
think-
blinks for a second, just visit, but
It's like, and then Dato like cover Nephrite's mouth. It's like, get your thoughts together before you speak.
Daisy, if I may ask,
Yes.
out of character, who is the person she mentioned? The god, the
Helm, the god of protection, and
Yeah,
Nephrite is
it's
just
Helm.
mentally
no,
screaming.
the guy in the temple. The
Helm.
The Temple of Helm.
oh, who's Helm?
He's the guy of the god of protection.
Nephrite is just mentally screaming right now because she's mad at herself for not taking notes about the temple.
Okay, and you see, Trellis clasps his hands, and all of you are blinded by a big flash of light. Before
Out of
you,
character. Oh, sorry. I thought you were
Yeah.
done.
it's alright. Before you end up right back in his magic room.
Arcana, because I think this is teleportation, but this is on a much larger scale.
Oh my god.
So,
It's okay, it happened again. I can't even move my token.
Okay, you and I need to figure that out next time.
Yeah, I will do that like on a further notice.
Yep.
so
Definitely.
Liege would indicate that you would like to speak to the group. Is there any other business, Your Highness?
No. If you will excuse me, actually, I need to still talk to the Drow and Dwarf representatives about opening the doors to refugees. So, if you will excuse me. Yep.
Nephrite
And-
will give a curtsy.
Yep. And you see her leave with Icall and the guards.
So just to make sure that we're all on the same page, I would, we got a little bit of treasure from the challenge, and I think that it would be best placed buying Quinn his armor to help him better deal with hostile situations. And since it's magical, it can actually make him look properly dressed.
Properly dressed? Yeah. I'm fine the way I am.
And also, he does have a cloak of many fashions, so he can change his appearance. Question is, will he ever use it since he has it? And Nephrite just gives him the mom glare.
Yeah, I'm not gonna use it. Nah,
If you're not
just
gonna
sticks his
if
tongue
you're not
out.
gonna use the item, perhaps giving it to somebody that will.
Now, hold on. I never said I wouldn't use it.
You just said you
You
wouldn't.
just did.
Child bind.
Yeah, you just said that you wouldn't use it. So I mean,
Yeah, I
you're
meant
not
to
going to
rephrase.
use it.
Out of character, I meant to rephrase that. Sorry.
So you mean to
Okay.
say that even though you have it, you're not going to properly use it?
Probably. I'm probably gonna use it to pull planks or something.
So
You know what? It's better than nothing
what
at this
do
point.
what do we want to do? Because I don't believe that we have enough that we can get one person some armor. My priorities would be for Quinn, and if not, then Emilio's.
I would recommend Quinn, but I would like to know your mindset on why Avelios.
He is our best individual at being defense, and if he can get into where in close to the enemy, he can actually provide Quinn with the requirements to do what he does best, so that he has better chances of defending, being harder to hurt in combat, especially for magical armor that can transform itself between clothing and actual armor, so that he can. So if we have an emergency like what happened the last time,
I think I know your.
he
I think I know the armor you're talking about, and it changes
the
by
glamour,
the appearance. Yes.
right, the glamored armor, and sometimes they are preset into a specific appearance, but sometimes they can be changed with each time that they are summoned, changed back into clothing. So it depends on who made that particular glamored armor. For myself, if we have an emergency and we do not have the time to put on my breastplate, I can simply cast mage armor upon myself. It will be one of the spells that I pretty much always have available until I get glamored armor.
Honey.
We should take into account everyone's armor. I mean, especially we should.
Most of most of the other people tend to prefer to be at some kind of range. So that's we do need somebody to be able to run in up on a target and be able to stay there to give everyone the ability to keep a distance, as well as Quinn getting his ability to do damage at a range.
Yes, but we should also factor in that there might be instances where the enemy might close enough to all our distance people who are at a distance.
Unfortunately, we do not have the fundage to cover everyone here. It was over 2,000 gold just for the three of us.
Uh. Oh, by the three of us, you mean yourself, Null, and very well. I can actually out of character player talking. Thank you for saying the three of us because I actually remember it was you, me, and Quinn that went shopping. But I had to remember. Oh wait, Null was asking for armor as well. So okay, never mind.
No, he doesn't need armor because of the draconic resilience.
That is true,
Yep,
and Nephrite doesn't need armor because of the cast off.
So two of our party don't really need armor because of their own abilities. And our resident Dragonborn druid is limited on the type of armor that they can utilize. It depends on. I mean, I'll have to do a little bit of research to see if I can make any suggestions for Dazo. But I mean, the three people that are, I can be in melee because I am a fighter. If I run out of spells, I still have sword and bow that I can use. So my ability to wear breastplate makes it to where I can, if necessary, get in melee.
Well, if I may, I suggest we pick this up in the morning when all of us are well rested, since the trial did practically take a lot out of not only the magic users but also our melee fighters, i.e. Quinn. And
I
Quinn,
would
don't you
also
dare
like to.
say that you're not tired, because I remember you going tired when we actually were there longer.
I'm not tired.
Mm.
Yep, and Trellis
Anyway,
is kind of raising his hands, going, and you guys are kind of in my room, so, and I like to get some sleep too.
So by all
so who
means,
would
let's
like?
pick this up in the morning.
Yeah.
I would like to spend time with each of you as well as to do the necessary ritual for identifying your marks. But you will have to come to my room when you are ready.
Okay, so everyone's consensus, we're all going back to the inn for the night?
Yes.
Well, technically
Okay.
for the morning.
Well, at this case, I'm just gonna... Okay, yep. Gonna put in the... everyone else. Yep, that right.
Yay!
Come on.
Yay! I actually moved my token.
Yeah, but that's not the... that was your old token, not the multi-side one that we made. We still have to,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
come together and figure out why that token was not moving.
Yeah. And it didn't have no health bar.
Yeah, which is confusing me. Anyway, so stars are pretty much out by the time you guys get back in the inn, and the crew prepared you guys a lovely dinner with roast beef, potatoes, greens, and some apple pie for dessert.
Yeah, Dazo just like skips that and just goes to bed.
Quinn eats, if it's okay to say, Quinn eats all the food, eats his food, including Dazo's.
Wow.
Okay,
And
so
shouldn't want it.
Okay, so by the time you get upstairs, Gwen, you're really tired.
How am I tired?
That is a lot of food.
I'm not tired.
Bed.
He just falls asleep on the floor and then curls up like a cat.
That's if I would, and then like one of the guards would have to like come in and put him in the bed.
Hey, you gotta admit, it is adorable when he sleeps like a cat.
That is true.
Yeah.
Okay, and Aphelios, can you actually make a perception check for me, please?
Perception, you said?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
I think I've got something special.
Oh.
It's okay. It'll probably be not one. You know, those kind of things.
Why are you putting that up in the air?
Yes,
Well,
you
he
are
drinks it
too
bad.
tired. You are too tired to notice something, so you just flop on the bed.
Wow! Talk about jinxing it bad!
No, I knew what was gonna happen. You see how many 20s we've rolled like the last 2 sessions? I knew what was coming.
That is true. We gotta do a makeup.
I have a feeling Razor's gonna come out.
Okay. So, everyone is going to bed at this point.
Yes.
And Alicia's typing. What are you typing, Alicia?
I swear to God, if Razor actually do come out and tries to kidnap one of us,
I'm gonna punch him.
oh, he
Are-
spends enough time to resummon Uba.
Alright, you resummon Upa. Gonna put him on the board. As soon as I get back up here.
Monkey, monkey.
And Zuri is on watch duty because of what happened the last time somebody was here on their own.
Okay, so I'm assuming Upa is going to stay up all night to keep watch for you guys.
Yep.
Alright, so all of you go to sleep.
I feel
And
somebody's gonna have a dream.
Don't jinx it.